3, 2, 1, 1, 2. .3, same value. 4.27. 2.3. Attacks. 2.3 attacks per second. That's 11 frame window. Okay. If I transform with no gear on, level 1 werewolf, I should be at the 6 frame window. That's 4.17 hits per second. In 3, 2, 1. That was 4 seconds. I'm at 2.5. Let me show you all this math. For people who might have seen the patch notes early and didn't check back in on them later, the patch notes that were originally released were edited with this additional caveat about how transformed attack speeds are going to work in Diablo 2 Resurrected. Most notably for the Druid, for the Werewolf, and the Werebear. So let me just go ahead and show you that in the patch notes. So the big change here is this addition on both the Werewolf and the Werebear. Changed how attack speed is determined while transformed. Attack speeds while transformed should match attack speeds while untransformed, enhanced by Werewolf's increased attack speed. If you are not aware, the regular attack speed equation applies for everything that does not transform. And the biggest takeaway from it is that your increased attack speed on your gear undergoes a transformation with diminishing returns. So the more that you increase your IAS on your items, the more you reduce your effective increased attack speed. And then that plugs back into this equation. Long story short, the more IAS that you have, the less benefit you get out of it. The transformed state, so either a werewolf, werebear, even the Ghoul Lord from Triangles, as well as the Fetish from Delirium, used a secondary equation. And this equation is very different because of 2 key features. Rather than having a static value for the speed of your animation, that's defined by 2 new values, frames, neutral, and delay. And I won't get into it too deep, but basically, delay, which is the thing that will reduce the overall animation length, is going to be increased directly from increased attack speed on your weapon, and also benefits from your weapon speed modifier. This all gets plugged into right here, where you get a second dose of your effective increased attack speed and weapon speed modifier. What does this mean for the more layman who doesn't want to sit here and stare at math? When you're transformed, you get the entire value of attack speed on your weapon base, and also benefit from the weapon speed modifier twice. Since this is so much stronger than the diminishing returns on effective increased attack speed, werewolves and werebears didn't get any benefit from attack speed on their gear. That's not completely true, but it's only at the slower frames where you could actually increase it with gear. And outside of that, it was all based off of the weapon. So that's why your Fury Druids are always using their upped rib crackers, they're using their barizas, they're using Windhammer. You were able to abuse the fact that you benefit from the weapon speed modifier manipulation twice, and all of the attack speed on the weapon counts as a flat value. Kind of like skill increased attack speed. So you ever thought about the fact that having a high level fanaticism aura increases your attack speed by so much more than your gear? It's similar to that concept. We sat here and we did the testing. I'll go ahead and include the clips where we sat there and we did it by human. Understand that there could be some human error here in how quickly I hit my timer, but we did it about a dozen times. And what we did was we took something like an Archon staff. So this is a massive base. It has a weapon speed modifier of 10. We put 6 shales into it. So the Druid, swinging the staff around, should only get 2.27 hits per second. It's an 11 frame attack, and that's very slow. It's not the worst, but it's pretty slow. A level 1 werewolf skill will give you 20 skill increased attack speed. So again, that's going to add its whole value to your attack speed and reduce the total length of your animation. But if you have level 1 werewolf on, you should have a 6 frame attack. That means you should attack 4.17 times per second. But you don't. You attack the same speed as the regular Druid. as if that druid had the 20 increased attack speed on the base itself, which means that level 1 werewolf is giving you the same attack speed as a 10 frame druid attack with the same base. What does this mean? The druid, in any character that shapeshifts, enchant sorceress that turns into a bear, wolf howl on a barbarian, is no longer going to be able to abuse massive increased attack speed on a weapon base. In fact, you're going to have to get the same attack speed values as you would as if you weren't transformed. That means that you're going to need to check your attack speed and include increased attack speed on your gear, and the increased attack speed on your weapon is also going to undergo diminishing returns. So this is a massive change. It does mean that it opens up the type of weapons that you get to use on transform builds and still have them feel good. You're not going to have to use a two-hander. You're going to be able to put increased attack speed on the rest of your gear, etc. But it also means that you're not going to be able to easily get down to those max attacks frame breakpoints like you used to. You know, you turn into a bear, you have a super fast weapon, you don't have any other increased attack speed, so you'd have a ton of attack modifiers and survivability, and you'd be attacking at 4 frames a second. That's just not going to happen anymore. You're going to have to build your kit as if you were a regular person attacking, and then get a much smaller benefit when transformed. So this is going to pretty aggressively change all of those builds in their effectiveness, because you are able to forego so many different gear requirements because of this one little fact, this fact that you're double dipping on weapon attack speed. So what do you think about this? This is something that I don't know that anyone in the community was really asking for. And I don't think that transformed builds were really pigeonholed. They had niche uses, of course, and they had PvP ramifications. Their PvM ramifications are massive. So what do you think about this? You think they should revert a change like this? Do you think that this is better or healthier? Does it need more experimentation to figure out what kind of gear options are now available? I'd love to hear about what you think about down in the comments. I said about twice, and I'm going to leave that in there because I'm a real one, and I ain't afraid of nothing. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the new one.